Hello and welcome to a brand new lunar magic forecast of May. This month is a start of a lot of new retrogrades. So we already have Pluto in retrograde, Saturn, Venus, and Jupiter will follow this month. So it's a month where a lot of things are happening. Things are shaking up a little bit, but don't worry, I got you covered. You can all handle this easily. So on the 1st of May, we have Beltane. And Beltane is the celebration of the midpoint between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. So it's a beautiful day to just feel into your body, to dance, to celebrate, to really feel alive. Now, obviously, every day is good for that, but this is a really beautiful point to connect to that and to allow yourself to have some luxury in your life. Now, luxury doesn't mean like a full week retreat to a beautiful spa somewhere in a beautiful place. It actually could mean just like a decadent piece of chocolate. Just treat yourself well this Beltane. On May the 7th, we have the full moon at 17 degrees Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is the one that likes the darkness, likes to dive deep into your psyche. So when there's a full moon, it's really an opportunity for you to release all the things that you have been trying to avoid, you're trying to push away, like it's not happening, it's not there. It is really the time for transformation. So don't be surprised if some really deep sexual desires come up, because Scorpio likes all things kind of hidden and taboo. So if they come up, you know what happens if we try to push things away, the more we push them away, the more they want to come up. And when they come up, they usually don't come up at a good time. So use this full moon to embrace those things. Even if it feels taboo for you, try to find someone to talk to about it, write it out, but at least let your desires out before they explode and you might hurt yourself or others. So the next one up is on May 10th, we have Saturn going retrograde in Aquarius. So Saturn is the ruler of your career, of responsibility, of duty. So when that one turns backwards, it's a beautiful time to look at how have I been showing up in my career, in my life, where have I been taking my responsibilities, and where have I really been able to drive and to not push myself, but to move myself towards my potential. Where have I been showing up in a way that is sustainable for the future? Because the flip side of Saturn is that it can work so hard that it completely burns itself out. So use this time, use the next 4.5 months to really explore how are you showing up in your career and how can you make it more sustainable so you don't burn yourself out, but you still keep pushing yourself to reach your dreams and goals. The next one up is Venus, and Venus will go into retrograde on May the 13th and it will go retrograde in Gemini. This is a little bit of a tricky one. Luckily, it only lasts until June 25th, but this is one to be a little more cautious because Venus rules love and finances. So if you have any big plans from May 13th to June 25th, I'm not saying not to launch anything. I'm not saying to not do anything, but be mindful when Venus goes backwards. That is not the perfect time to set out something new. Because of this financial part, it might not be as financially rewarding as you hoped, because Venus stirs things up a little bit and it goes more into an introspective quality, whereas if Venus is direct, it rules the finances in an outward motion. But when Venus goes retrograde, it's much more about what is happening on the inside. So what is your relationship to money? What is your relationship to love? How do you love yourself? And how can you find the stability and the foundation within yourself so you will be more open to receive the financial abundance that you've been dreaming of? A day later, on May 14th, we have Jupiter in Capricorn going into retrograde, and this one lasts until September 12th. So when expansive Jupiter is turning inwards, it's really good to start reviewing your successes. Jupiter is really cheerful, positive planet that it's really looking at the world through rose-colored lenses. And it might be a good time to actually think, okay, so where is it that I've been overly positive, too optimistic, and where can I bring some more clarity, some more groundedness into your business, so that when Jupiter goes direct again, you actually have a better sense of where you're going, what works and what doesn't. So when on May 20th, when the sun will move into Gemini, it is a beautiful time to start looking more into learning, into the way that you connect with people. Gemini rules our rational mind. So when the sun moves into Gemini, it's really a beautiful time to learn new things, connect to new people, go out into the world, and also share what you have learned. So it's about input and output. But there is this duality, which also will come up on the new moon on the 22nd of May at 2 degrees Gemini. Gemini is the twin, so there's duality. So Gemini wants to learn, wants to explore, wants to discover. But when it does too fast, when it wants to run too fast, it just forgets to slow down and really take in the information, because you can learn really a lot. But if you're not really applying what you've learned, if you're not really teaching what you have learned, you kind of miss the whole point of learning new things. So allow yourself to take that rest, to really focus on, okay, so I'm learning this because of this reason. So don't just learn for the sake of learning. Don't just explore things for the sake of exploration, but also keep in mind why you're doing it so you don't outrun yourself. Because that's something Gemini loves to do, gather so much information, and it's like, oh, wait, now I'm tired. And now I'm burned out because I've done so much and I kind of forgot everything that I learned. I kind of forgot all the information that I gathered. Now where do I go? So it's a really good time to keep yourself in check, gather new information, learn new things, connect with your siblings, because Gemini also rules our siblings, and use this energy to gather information and at the same time slow yourself down, that you don't get into this kind of nervousness of trying to do more and more and more and more and more and more instead of thinking about where you are going. So that's the important note on the new moon in Gemini. So these are the highlights of the month of May. Now, if you want all of this information and even more data, you can download a free PDF guide with all of this information explained to you when it happens, the exact times, and more than what I just said in this video. Go to patriciapanassi.com/magic. You can also find the link below, and you can download this PDF guide for free so you can plan your month ahead, so you're not surprised that there are so many retrogrades happening this month that you are caught off guard, because there's a PDF guide that can help you through all of this, and it will really set you up for success because you come prepared to stay within your own energy.